Dogman. It's a good book series. So today I'm going to be ranking all Dogman books. And yes, I have every single one, including the Cat Kid Comic Clubs. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, we're going to be going in order from worst to the best. So the worst book that we're starting with is the original Dogman. And no, not because of the origin story that I hated, because it just felt like a jumble of random stuff. First, there's Petey in the water vacuum. Then it shows the origin story at the first, and all of it just in one thing is just very bad. It feels like they just threw together 7 different stories. With Dr. Scum and the mayor, then it switches into the wiener dogs and Philly and Invisible Petey fighting the RoboCop. It's edited together because all the books are pretty good. But out of the Dogman books, this one is the worst. Oh, I forgot to mention Petey's dumb rate. It just feels random. Alright, the next book on this list will be Dogman Unleashed. Pretty much most of the same reasons as the first book. This one was a little more organized. I like how it introduced Flippy and Cardboard Petey or Flat Petey was pretty cool. So again, I don't think they needed Flippy in this book. They could have introduced him in the next book, Tale of Two Kitties. And Petey's money tank and the love ray felt just weird and something extra to distract what Petey was doing. But it was still better than the other Dogman. And that's why it gets next place after this. I'm going to start keeping track of the numbers. I'll put it in editing. The next book on this list that will take place number 9, there are 11 books, is Dogman Grime and Punishment. This book was still pretty good with the Dogman Gets Fired story and more backstory on Petey's grandpa and what happened to his mom. And it leads up to Wuthering Heights, the next book, pretty well. But this book just, again, the rest of it just felt weird. Did we really need a part where he has the motor brain and Munchie? And did they really need to reference Cat Kid Comic Club in this one? It just felt kind of weird and extra. Still got better than the worst 2 at the bottom, but again, Dogman Grime and Punishment takes number 9 here. Alright, now taking number 8 on this list is Dogman 20,000 Fleas Under the Sea, the newest book. Some people may not have read it. If you're a Dogman fan, you probably have. This book felt weird. I like how it extended Chief and Nurse's relationship. They go on an actual date and have the fleas come back. But this book kind of felt bad. Focused way more on the fleas and the exaggeration in the news. The book's the same thing. There's not 20,000 fleas. And you don't even go under the sea. It just felt weird. As much as I like singing the Friendly Friends song to the theme of Jingle Bells, this book just felt weird. So it takes number 8. Alright, and taking number 8 on this list is Dogman Wuthering Heights. This book was actually pretty okay. I like Petey's backstory and how Chief and Nurse's dating relationship play out. It was a really good book, actually. And more backstory on Petey's mom. It was a good book. That takes number 8, Wuthering Heights. Alright, anyways, taking number 6 before we start our top 5 is going to be Dogman Fetch 22. This is in the okay section, just like Wuthering Heights. This book was pretty good. I liked Flippy and showing that. I liked Flippy being back, Molly, and Little Petey being friends, which pretty much made Cat Kid Comic Club. I like all the 22 tadpoles and how dumb the Fairy is with Downward Dog. I really liked this book. It was a good book. Anyways, the next up is our next book starting our top 5 section is Dogman Lore of the Fleas. I like how they introduced our new villains, the fleas, a little more backstory on Petey. I like all the books of backstory on Petey and how they bond closer, Little Petey and Petey. This book was pretty good. So it'll take number 5 starting off the top 5. Anyways, taking number 4 is Dogman, A Tale of Two Kitties. This book introduced Little Petey to the series, which was really good. This was how Slow Petey was a villain before Dogman and Cat Kid, and I like this book. That's why it gets in the top 3. Just for introducing Little Petey alone is enough to get this into the top 3 Dogman book. Anyways, taking number 3 is Dogman For Whom the Ball Rolls. This one just dropped a buttload of Petey backstory on us. And I think that's just what gets it in the number 3 for me personally. I liked how it brought back Dr. Scum from the first book. So it was a good book. I liked it. I forgot to mention he also appears, I think it was in the start of Brawl of the Wild, like in his dream, maybe, in Chief's dream. I don't remember it. Anyways, that's all. So Dogman For Whom the Ball Rolls is going to take number 3. Alright, for number 2, the semi-best Dogman book, it's going to be Dogman and Cat Kid. This book was amazing. I like how AHG really had a time to shine. It really showed Cat, like Little Petey's, like basically Little Petey, and like how it showed the Super Buddies or whatever. And it makes their clubhouse and everything inside. This book was amazing. Just like, period. I like how it does the Dogman movie thing. This book was just amazing. It brings back the gyro from, I think, book 1. This book, amazing. Right, now for number 1, the best Dogman book created and will ever be is Dogman Brawl of the Wild. This book is so amazing. Brings all the characters together again. Has the Dogman movie setting again. How Dogman gets put in jail and how they're trying to prove he's innocent. This book just, oh my god, amazing. They added the Gyro Philly back again for a second time. They added the fleas again and the robot suit. Yole Caprice is back. This book just, oh my god, this book was so good. This is the number 1 book. I'm not ranking the Cat Kid comic books, but here's a picture of from best to worst of what I would rank them.